Okay, YouTube, how's it going? Exitar the Exterminator presenting another battle, and it's going to be Killer Croc versus the Lizard. Now, when I think of these two characters, when I think of Killer Croc, who would be best to fight him on the Marvel side? Same thing with Lizard. And when I think of them, these two always come together as a pair for kind of their counterparts of each universe. Starting with Killer Croc, Waylon Jones, he was basically born with a genetic mutation, which gave him like scaly skin, alternate sharp claws, sharp teeth, and all that. Of course, later on the comics, it was changed up and everything, and he became more like a crocodile. And so then, of course, you got the Lizard. Curt Connors happened when he had one arm. He wanted to try to grow another arm back. Basically, he was experimenting with reptiles, because how reptiles can grow limbs and all that back. Then, of course, it went wrong, and he became the Lizard. Now, starting with intelligence with these two. Killer Croc isn't the brightest. He was a circus freak, if you want to say, and he doesn't really have any intellectual backgrounds. But of course, when we get the Lizard, he also has the personification of Curt Connors. So I'm going to give him the intelligence. Granted, not always the Lizard has the mind of Curt Connors, but sometimes he does have either just a pure brute animal, basically, or sometimes he'll have a human mind, or sometimes even Curt Connors. So he's definitely going to have the intelligence. Now, and of course, since they're both reptiles, they both have similar, probably, if you want to say, almost the same type of abilities. Of course, they both have healing factors. They both can, if, let's say, one of them loses a limb, they can both actually grow limbs due to the fact they have reptilian kind of genetics. So they have a lot of things in common, if you want to say. And of course, so Killer Croc can lift roughly probably 1 to 2 tons. He can, rip like vault doors off banks and everything with minimal effort. But of course, the Lizard can roughly lift 10 to 12 tons. So he has vastly superior strength that he can keep up with Spider-Man. So he does have agility, reflexes to keep up with him. Healing factor, it could be a toss-up with the same, because they both have maybe similar reptilian mutations, so it can kind of possibly go either way. But of course, Killer Croc does have enhanced senses, where he can, if you were to leave, and he had your scent, he can track you from miles away. Of course, he does have sharp claws and sharp teeth. Actually, both of them do. So it's hard to say. Probably senses and reflexes, it'd be tough. Maybe the Lizard may have the slight edge, but they might be roughly equal. But of course, the Lizard does have a very powerful tail that he can use and just whip people with vast strength. So that's also one thing going with the Lizard. The Lizard can also, of course, scale walls, just like Spider-Man, so they can fight on walls and various other things. So this is probably one of the I think close to look-alike DC Marvel matchups. So this is probably one of the, I would say, kind of an iconic matchup, if you want to say. But if if they both go head to head and one of them had to come out on top, the winner is going to be the Lizard. The Lizard's going to come out on top because he does have the superior strength, and I kind of want to see reflexes due to the fact that he can keep up with Spider-Man, and Killer Croc has a hard time with Batman. So he might be able to hold his own for a short period of time, the Killer Croc, due to the fact that he does have a healing factor. But eventually the Lizard will wear him down, and the Lizard will take the win. So there you have it, folks. Comment, subscribe, like, and have a great day.